Hello YouTube, I am back again. Today is June 20th, 6/20/2025, and I am going to be doing a box break. This is the box I'm going to be opening, as you can see. Looking for some kabooms. But I'm going to show some more junk that I've been getting at some estate sales, like I did last week in the video that got a whopping, 3 views. So first I'm going to show, let's see. I don't know if people are into old electronical devices, but I was at an estate sale just this morning, and it was loaded. More stuff than I've ever seen as far as electronics, and this was one of the things that I got. It's a old school flip style. It's not really a flip. The numbers just kind of rotate, but it works really cool. Works great. Look at that style. A little bit of cleaning needs to be done there. Pretty cool. I'll be adding that to my collection or something. Same place, I got this new old stock. Not really, I think they've been used pair of headphones, but if you look online, you will not find any of this exact model. This is the Sonic Pro 60. Let me pull these out. This has got one of the coolest looks to it, a pair of headphones that I have ever seen. Wired headphones that plug into a big plug. Ooh, scary, isn't it? Look at this. Look. That is so cool. It's got volume, tone on both sides. A little bit of wear up here. Foam cushions are... So if you wear them, you're gonna have some rubber black stuff on your ears and probably cheeks, but I don't mind. I'll still try them out. Now, at that same sale, I got, I'm going to save that for last. So I was at a different sale today and got these Atari games. Nothing too special, but I thought these were pretty cool. This is Smurf, Rescue in Gargamel's Castle.
Smurf all day, Smurf all night. It's Smurf, Rescue in Gargamel's Castle from 1982 for your Atari 2600. The Smurfs.
Rock and Rope. And Planet Patrol. I'll overlay some video if I can find some. Who knows? Now, if anybody is into old school, like vintage 90s hats, which I know I grew up in the 90s and I wear lots of hats, I still do. So I'm going to show, I was at a sale yesterday and I saw, first off, I'll show the first hat that I saw. Chicago Bulls, and it's got the Bulls logo on the back, Bulls logo on the front, snapback hat. Then the second hat that I found right below that was a San Jose Sharks. Everyone had one of these hats in the 90s. Then below that, another Chicago Bulls hat. This one is a starter hat. Everyone had the starter hats in the 90s. And then Atlanta Braves. This is a fitted, made in USA wool hat. It's got an interesting curve. And then below all those hats, I found the ultimate 90s hat, the Malcolm X hat. Look at that tag, Zed Head, Hip Headwear, Seattle, Washington. That is pretty unique. Like I said, I was a weird kid in the 90s that I was the person wearing a hat like that. Me, I don't really fit the type who would wear one of those. Okay, so now outside of that, I'm going to show, this is kind of a weird thing I found. This was actually last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. So this is just a book, and you'd be like, oh, who cares, it's a book. This is a book for a palm top computer with built-in Lotus 123. And I got the computer. Ever seen a computer this small from the 90s? I don't have any batteries in it. It just runs on AA batteries. You can see it's got all these apps built in. Lotus, calculator. On this side it has a RAM expansion slot. And that's the RAM expansion. I expanded it all the way to 512 kilobytes. Not 5, to add additional 512 kilobytes. But that's not RAM, that's actually memory for storage, which is kind of weird. And then, yeah, vintage, old school. This is made in USA. They used to do stuff like that. So it's a DOS computer. Can run any any app that runs on a CGA graphics at a 0.5 megahertz processor. But the coolest thing I got was actually today. And this was at the same place that I got those headphones and that clock. And everything I got, which included a ton of other stuff, was $30. So over here, I'm going to have to show. So I did not get a keyboard or mouse, and I will not have to have one to test. This plugs in with like a phone cable. But this is a Macintosh Plus. Oh, it's not that heavy, but it's kind of heavy. 1 megabyte. Made in USA. Doesn't have anything in there. It has a serial port for the mouse. 2 SCSI type interfaces. A printer, a modem. I could probably try plugging it in and making sure it boots up, but until then I'm just glad to have it in my computer nerd collection. I say that because everything in my collection is a computer nerd collection, because I am the computer nerd. So anyway, this is now the time that the break will start, and say a prayer to the card guys, and let's make Orwell fiction again. This is my lucky breaking shirt, because I did so good last time when I was wearing it. Cut this box. So revolution. You say you want a revolution. Yes, I do. Wow, that was a weak cut. So what do we see here? Okay, not a whole lot. Astro, red Astro, green, blue, levels, purple. what I remember last year was that the levels was like super rare, but you'd get inserts that were levels and they would not be rare. I'm not going to weigh the packs. I'm just going to put them here. Oh, look at this. Look at that. This item is electronically protected. Wow, it has a "Don't Steal Me" sticker in it. Although that could be because this is, well, I say this is from Target, but that mega box I got last week was from Target too. But, oh, that means it's going to have a kaboom. Yes, guaranteed. And even if it doesn't have a kaboom, I'll just pretend that it did. Wow, these packs feel odd. Ew. Ew, it feels grody. Okay. Oh, it's a good looking card. Good looking card. Can you see how good that looks card? The base. D. Garland. C.J. McCollum. Looking good. Oh, stargazing on the Alexander Star. Alexander Star or Alexander Sar? Alexander Star. Alexander Sargazing. Sargazing. I gotta make sure some of the sleeves are clean. Yeah. Sargazing. Okay, Miles Turner. Game 7. Game 7. It's going to be a Game 7. So let's use this as a little bit of a predictor. Did you get no? Okay. So I'll do a side bet. So I'll do Pacers and Thunders. Ooh, I love the look of that card. Hardwood Legacy, Nikola Jokic. Not anything, but it's pretty cool. Josh Giddey for the Bulls. Look at that. It's got that roller type mark on it. Where's my microfiber? There he is. Did that buff out? It'll buff right out. So, not that I care too much for Josh Giddey, but that's nice to know that it would buff out. Now the Pelicans. Dejounte Murray. Okay. Yeah, this material is weird. Oh, Chet Holmgren. Okay. Tying it up. And there's another insert. Vortex. For the Pelicans, John Collins and Wembanyama with the marks on it. I'll probably buff that one out, put it in my book. I'm still, even in second year, I don't have a ton of Wembies. So it's tied. Nas Reed, Paul George, Nas Reed, Salon, whatever his name is. And that's Astro. Base Astro. So just base. Put that in a sleeve after the video. And Dame Time with the roller marks. Last 2 packs. Are there even hits in this? Not really. Okay, Michael Porter Jr. Oops, skipped a card. Okay, Pele Larson. That's going to be Astro Red. No, just base. Maybe it's a red. I don't know. That's an Astro. That would be an Astro Red. Although it doesn't say Astro. It doesn't say Astro. Kevin Garnett Legends. Anthony Davis. Astro. Last pack. Kaboom. Miles Bridges. Christopher Paul on the Astro. Stephen Curry and Bogdan Bogdanovic. So, I can't say for sure. One of these two teams is going to go to Game 7. That's what I predicted. So, not too special. No kaboom. This item is electronically protected just for the fun of it. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed, and I will keep an eye out for some more videos. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.